Hey folks, this is ioether and we're back with some more World Tanks. So as you can see, this is Ash in his VK4502P, and this is of course that map, this total Maravunka. That's the one. I remember Magic Forest, right? That's all you really need to know about this map, right? Anyways, so Ash is of course in battle with Seth in his Yag Tiger. And these two are in a okay, I'm going to call it a tier 9 battle because 9% of the teams are tier 9, but there's a few tier 10s who are like having their dream moment right now. The AMX50B on the other team must be just like in heaven. Nope, switch into Ash's view so we can see him not zooming in to fire at the scout, and actually I'm yes and no on that kind of thing, because not zooming in means you're more likely to miss the shot. However, when you're zoomed in on a scout traveling at those speeds, you're just gonna have a hard time tracking him. So what I tend to like to do is use my scroll mouse or scroll wheel and zoom in a little bit. Wow, that ammo rack. I think he may have killed him a few thousand times. Anyways, so I like to use my scroll wheel to zoom in a little bit. It makes it easier to hit a scout on the move and still gives you the better focus. Okay, so Ash is pushing through the Magic Forest. This is a tank well known for its incredible frontal armor, but it tends to have side armor like, well, not nearly as good. So he's just going to push through the forest and let people shoot at his frontal armor. And it's working really well. He's being the scout tank, and the rest of his team are following up. And he just bounced a Foch, and I think that was an E75 that also bounced off him. Beautiful shot into the side of the Foch, taking it out. And there is the scout that was all that trouble in the beginning. And Ash is pretty much just going to ignore him. Yeah, okay. I kept wondering if I was actually in fixed position, you know, their view kind of thing. Yeah, I am. Okay, whatever. So that's a leopard PTA that is actually dinging off the front of us. Ash has not suffered a damaging shot yet, and I'd probably just jinxed him, but you know. Come on, get that leopard. Okay. So I actually talked to Ash about why he zooms out right before he fires. He says it's just a habit, but you guys really don't do that. It's a really bad idea. It will make you miss more shots that way. And as a general rule, you always want to be as close to your target. You know, so you can see your full target when you fire. Zoomed in, sniper mode, whatever. Because you're gonna miss less shots that way. You're gonna be much more accurate. Not gonna bounce off his turret or damage his gun, instead just taking the target out kind of thing. AMX50B making his way down behind the hill, so he's gonna be a threat, and he's getting himself into a position where he can do that kind of thing. Ash, ooh, great. There's an E5 way at the back. So I'm not certain why the E75 thought that was a side scraping position, but he seemed to be setting up like he thought that Ash couldn't shoot through the bars and just kill him. So that was a little bit odd, but you know, just leave it alone, right? AT-15 trying to be all brave. There's no way he's going to be able to stand up to Ash, even if he does damage, which at this point in time he's just taken damage. Wait, no! You weren't supposed to hurt Ash. He was supposed to live without taking any damage. Great. The AMX50B must die. That's the Yag Tiger. That's the Yag Tiger, and we're still okay. Ow! Ow! Now the Conqueror needs to die. Not the Conqueror. Centurion. And, well, okay. Come on. Everybody get your shots in on the 50B. I'm just gonna pause this here for a sec. That was an awesome game. So at the end there, it didn't matter that these guys were really strong frontally because of the fact that our team had won so badly that we swept in from behind and just cleaned them up. That was pretty awesome to watch. 2,146 experience with premium without a daily double. That's pretty awesome. Ace Tanker, because we're totally surprised, right? High Caliber, Steel. Yeah, I guess he earned that, didn't he? And Confederate. He only got shot like 3 times that actually did damage there at the end. Yeah. I mean, he affected so many of the enemy team that they just couldn't ignore him. But by the end, was the only time they could do damage to him, because before that, the shots weren't going actually into his side; they were going mostly into his front. And at such steep angles onto his side, they just auto-bounced. Oh, I'm still having so much fun remembering how frustrated those enemy players must have been. Yeah. Great game, Ash. Almost 6,000 damage dealt over his 2 kills. Only got 2 kills, but I mean, this is the really big number, and this is actually the true number for one of the few times that this number wouldn't be much different even if you still added in the damage absorbed by his tracks, because of the amount of people that just bounced off the front of his armor. Now, this number and this number aren't that far off, which is kind of cool, and I bet if you added in the amount soaked up by his tracks, they'd be pretty much exactly the same. But they also go down, and he also did 4,000 spotting damage. So, I won't say single-handedly, but he really did carry this team. Without Ash in that game, or without him doing nearly as much, this game probably would have been a loss, or it would have been a much longer, harder battle. As it was, this game was just an awesome stomp, and it's so fun to ride on the shoulders of the guy just plowing through the enemy team while he does his work. Thank you, Ash, so much for saying that in. That was awesome to watch and hilarious, and I'm crying because I was laughing so hard. So, thank you all. If you guys want to thank me or give back or anything like that, there is going to be a link in the description to Patreon, which is a new service I signed up to, where you guys can show your support. Give me some cash if you think I deserve it. If you don't, hey, just leave me a comment. Say how much you liked it, hit the like button, that kind of thing. If you guys think what I do is special enough to deserve me getting paid a little bit for it, then please, drop in $1. I don't right? So thank you very much for everything you guys do, and thank you for sending me these awesome games to watch. I will see you all later. ioether out.